why don't we get out there, get some ground truth, because for the first time, we've got our live coverage beginning on Hawaii this afternoon in Hilo as we continue to track Tropical Storm Lala's approach. Hurricane watch in effect. Let's head out to Hilo where we find Fox Weather Storm Specialist Mike Seidel. Mike, how's it going out there? You find yourself along the coast and obviously a very calm look as we head through the day today.
Good to see you, Mike.
Good to see you. It's been a long time. I've been enjoying my timeshare in Laughlin, Nevada. It's been, I haven't been on the air since the big blizzard in late February, but I'm ready to go here in Hilo, Hawaii. Good morning. We just had sunrise. We've had a quick shower, and as Jane mentioned, things are very calm looking out towards the breakwater. In the distance, that's I call it like a seawall, and that keeps the harbor safe or safer from big waves, which are going to be huge as they get in here, as we get into late Friday night into Saturday and Saturday night. We do have the hurricane watch up. Now, if we do get a landfall, it's very rare. Over the past about 75 years, there's only been 6 tropical systems that have made landfall across the island chain. 2 and Iniki in 92 was a very nasty storm. And we've had 4 tropical storms. 3 of those right here making landfall on the Big Island. The worst of the 3 was Tropical Storm Seidel back in 2014. A lot of power knocked out, especially south of here. The beesia trees, that's a tree that was brought here. They're very fragile, and they knocked down, got blown down by those wind gusts to 60 miles an hour, knocked out a lot of power. And also we had the mudslides because of the heavy rainfall. That's another issue here because we have very steep terrain. Remember, from here at sea level, we go right up to Mauna Kea at 13,800 feet. So that's a huge change in elevation. You've got the winds upsloping. We're going to squeeze out the tropical moisture, and we're looking at 5 to 10 inches of rain. That means the risk of mudslides in those flood-prone areas and flash flooding. Wind gust here, probably 60 miles an hour. Right now, the track takes it right to the tip. The trend, though, has been taking the storm a little farther south. And again, it just got named a couple of hours ago, about an hour ago Eastern time. So we've got a long way to go and a lot of time to watch it. But prep should be underway here on the Big Island because of the watch. The wind, the surf. Remember, not a lot of beaches on this side of the island. And on the Kona side, that's on the west side, that's more of a downslope, and they'll have less wave action. But we do have that high surf advisory for the south and east-facing shores of every island in the Hawaiian chain. So Jane and Stephen, watching and waiting as this new tropical storm starts to develop. But over the past 3 or 4 days, it's been in invest since Sunday. And it's been ingesting a lot of dry air, which is not good for tropical systems. But now it seems to be getting its act together a little bit, but we still have a couple of days before we have the worst of it here on the Big Island.
Yeah, in terms of the forecast track, it seems pretty straightforward. It's going to be driven by that ridge of high pressure that's built north of the mid-level high that's built north of the Hawaiian Islands. So that's going to continue that more westward trajectory. But I was reading the discussion. I thought it was interesting, Mike, in terms of whether or not we could see this system, make that direct landfall. How strong is it going to be as it approaches the Big Island? The development of an upper level low that is going to almost act like this speed bump for Lala, maybe by about Saturday, Sunday, that developing, close to that circulation could ingest more of the dry air that you've been talking about. And then that does introduce a little more wind shear too, holding back some of the intensity.
Yeah, certainly the track and the intensity forecast is not etched in stone, especially with this one. And keep in mind, whether it goes right over the tip or just south of the tip, we're going to be in the front right quadrant. We often talk about this back on the Gulf Coast and the East Coast. You have the push, and you also get more rain and more wind. And remember, these winds are going to be upsloping and then downsloping. So there's a lot of issues when you consider terrain and topography here on the Big Island and in Hilo. So we're going to be here watching and waiting and keeping you updated throughout the duration here on Fox Weather, and we'll have additional coverage over in Honolulu. Now, the islands to the north and east, including Oahu and Kauai, they're expecting less of an impact at this point, but still the wind, the surf, and especially exceptional amount of rainfall. Just remains to be seen how this strengthens and how broad the circulation gets as it approaches over the next couple of days. Long way to watch this thing, and we'll see how it gets its act together. It's been a tough forecast. You rarely see a invest that's an invest for 5 days. Usually within a couple of days it has been upgraded or it dissipates. So this has been a long slog to see when it was going to finally get rid of some of that dry air and get its spin together and get its convection blowing up near the center.
Well, we've certainly seen that over the last several hours, so we will continue to watch. That's our Fox Weather Storm Specialist, Mike Seidel. Mike, great to see you again. You're right. I mean, here you are, tropics
He's back.
season. We're back.
I mean, from one timeshare location to arguably another timeshare location, because Hawaii's not bad, but we got some impacts that we'll be dealing with.
Yeah, certainly maybe a little more comfortable than those blizzards.
Wow, and Laughlin in the summer is not the ideal garden spot of America. You know, 110, 115.
That's true. Valid point. You want to find yourself in the water at all times.
Yes.
There. Yeah.
All right, Mike Seidel, we'll be checking back in with you again next hour. Thanks.